Well, hello, boys and girls and boys.
Good evening, and
Hi.
welcome to tonight's Let's Play.
It is smooth.
The game of choice you have selected tonight is
Discworld
Noir.
You see, this game is awesome to start off with. Crust, I don't think you've played this before, have you?
I've not.
No, well, this will be enjoyable for you.
Yes.
All being well. I think it's the best one of the Discworld series. Discworld 1 and 2 are nails as fuck. And this one has nice, tasty pre-3D rendered graphics on the 2D plane. You know what I mean? This is also a game that lost its distribution deal in the States, I think, just before it came out. So it bombed horribly, even though it was a great game. So it only came out in Europe, really. And then it never got patched for any of its massive issues. For example, if I were to click options right now, the game would crash. So I'm not going to do that. You go to options once you're in the game. Oh dear. Okay, yes. I've pressed the any key.
You've broken it already.
Oh no, we're alright, look, we're fine.
I think they meant to say click any mouse to play.
Evidently. Anyway, yeah. So that's a problem. Also, there's a problem where after the opening movie, it will crash back to desktop. Not got that problem, thankfully. At least I say that. Touch wood. It will.
Come in.
It will remain that way. And you know. Anyway, hopefully we'll be fine. There's one thing that I'm really worried about, and that's where there's a line of dialogue that is sometimes missing from one of the people you talk to. I can't remember what that line of dialogue is though, so we'll not know unless we get really stuck. In which case we can probably safely assume we're fucked.
Oh, regular saving then.
Regular saving is the way forward, and let's hope that doesn't crash it as well.
Yeah.
You'd think a fan would have patched it, to be honest, because that happens a lot anyway. Anyway, new game. Let's do it.
Are we going to be sharing my lighter all night?
No, I actually have one in my pocket. Quick, read it out.
Yes. Asked Sortian patrician people. The called Pyramis you suffice wasn't from hand. She got Neoldian Falchion the strongest. Resulting ruined the wedding. Roughly translates batteries not included. Fortunately, Goddess Wisdom observed metaphor, God of Cutlery. The argument went on for so long that a passing dog borrowed canines. In the end, it became bribed Rome of sorts, the Falchion, and hide it just to shut her sister up. In return, hers to give extramarital confusion in the carnage, perhaps forever.
Yep, that will do it.
It's all about extramarital
I don't know why they didn't do
confusion.
a... Shit's getting scary now. There is our character.
The screen is tiny.
It is. It's just like when we were playing Titanic. If I've not managed to make the screen bigger in the edit, shut up and deal with it. We are still playing this on a giant TV, so it's not really a massive issue for us.
No, it is a tiny issue.
Yeah. Thing is, the screen that we're looking at, like the actual bit with stuff going on, is still smaller than the laptop screen. So we might as well be playing it on the laptop if it was full screen proper.
Yeah. We may never be asked to find out.
And it's all over for him.
And that was the end of the chin. For that is what they called him.
Yep, definitely. Why's the blood over there?
Don't know.
That's really confusing.
And have a wee.
I've had some bad days since I started work as a private investigator. But
yes,
I've never
that is
woken
who
up
you think it
dead.
is doing the voice.
It all started the week before on a cold and wet Sectober day in Ankh-Morpork, the oldest and most depraved of all the
I
cities
can't think
on
of the name of for the
Discworld.
life of me. Is it Rob
But hey,
Brydon?
You've got to
Who?
love it.
Welsh bloke. He's Welsh, isn't he?
Who?
Rob Brydon.
Rob Brydon's Welsh.
That's him.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, no way.
Him and Robert Llewellyn do a lot of the voices
I've
in
been
this.
working as a PI.
So you can hear it now, can't you?
Yeah.
Business was slow. Hiring an investigator to look into
He's
your
very good at his
business
voices,
requires
Rob Brydon.
trust.
He is.
The amount of trust in Ankh-Morpork
there's a
would
video of him
fill a cup.
doing an
And
impression of
it's a
someone. It's
small
fucking
cup
spot
I'm
on.
talking about. Sure, people
The ones he
trust
seems
that
to
you
do the
don't get on
most
wrong
are
side
Ronnie
of
Corbett.
Patricia.
Yes, that's it. It's the Ronnie
People trust
And,
Corbett
that
one.
Terry
you don't
Wogan.
walk into the shades alone. People trust that the Assassin's Guild will fulfill their contracts or double your money back.
Assassins? Fuck this, let's play Assassin's
people
Creed.
even
Yes.
trust death.
Oh wait, we don't have the capture
Just
card, you
don't
can't
ask
watch.
them to
No.
trust their mothers.
Send naked pictures too.
Loading.
Oh yes. She should send her naked pictures.
Mr. Luton?
If I'm
Boobies.
not, I should fire the guy who painted the door.
So this is what a private investigator looks like.
Yeah, do you want to see me privates?
I expected someone
some
more
investigating.
heroic.
Investigate my privates
Heroism
immediately.
costs extra. What can I do for you, Miss?
Mrs. actually.
Ah.
And the name
Damn.
is Carlotta.
Mrs.
Okay,
Carlotta.
Mrs. Actually. Carlotta it is. What's a girl like you doing out on a night like this?
I want to hire you, Mr. Luton.
Please call me Luton. Mr. sounds so formal.
How much do you charge for a simple investigation?
I don't know. I've never had a simple investigation. A tricky one is 20 a day.
I'll give you 200 in advance, plus expenses.
For 200, I guess I should treat you with some respect.
Oh, I wouldn't ask a guy like you to attempt the impossible.
What's the case?
I want you to find a man named Mundy.
Why do you want to find Mundy?
Do you know him?
No. And this case will go a lot faster if you let me ask the questions.
Yeah.
You like to be in control, don't you, Luton?
Oh.
If you don't pull the strings, then you're the puppet.
Oh,
Tell me about
yes.
you and
I've been a
Mrs.
lonely
Actually.
woman, Luton.
Mundy. You amaze me.
Be
And
surprised.
if you like a hand up your arse,
Shocked.
then you're it.
Not
Good lord.
surprised.
Mundi is my lover, Luton.
Oh,
or used to be. He's been
awful.
away for a while, over in Sort. He came back to Ankh-Morpork a couple of days ago on the Milka. But he didn't come to see me.
Milka.
I think he may be having an affair. You're wondering whether my husband knows about it.
Actually, I was wondering when you were going to give me the money.
My husband passed away several years ago.
I hope the poor guy was smiling at the time. Is there anything you can tell me about Mundy that might help me find him?
He's got blue eyes, brown hair, and a black heart. You'd like him.
Maybe he lives in
Has he got
Battersea.
any friends in Ankh-Morpork?
Does anyone?
How tall is he?
I don't know. I don't picture him standing up.
Right.
What was Mundy's business in
How
Sort?
rude.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I never asked about his work, and he never told me.
Must be a very straightforward relationship.
As simple as they come.
Where can I find the ship he came in on?
Talking.
Down at the wharf.
And
Yeah, this
you
goes
know
on for
yourself.
quite some
I
fucking
avoid
time.
places like that. Women and seamen.
Forget I asked. This is a bad neighborhood for you to come into.
I can take care of myself.
I believe you.
Good. Trust is important.
Good.
I said I believe.
Bloody
I
good.
never said I trusted you.
Don't you like me, Luton?
I like a lot of things. I like dogs, but I wouldn't trust one not to bite me.
I won't bite.
Shame. I haven't been bitten in a long while. I'd better get started on your case. Where can I contact you?
I'll be in touch. Be seeing you, Luton.
I hoped I would see her again, because she still hadn't paid me. Still, it wasn't every day that a
Quiet,
beautiful
Jazz.
woman offered me a case. Frankly, it wasn't often that anybody offered me a case. And 200 would certainly help pay the rent, if I had anything left over from my bar bill.
Good lad.
We are making a note. We are making a map. I think the map icon shows when you've got a new location added, and we are in control. Let's have a look at the desk. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Sapient pearwood comes
He walks a
from
lot
plants
faster
so
than
magical
fucking George
that it is
Stobart, two
totally
B's and two
immune to
T's.
all forms of magic.
That is a
So
fact.
valuable that thieves have cut each other's throats to own it. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford a desk made out of it, so I made do with pine.
Well,
It's a
pine
nice
not.
desk, though.
have a look at our files in the
I had
cabinet.
purchased a large indexed scroll rack to keep track of all the cases I was going to handle.
Nice.
The Monday case made it 2.
Yay! 2 cases. Oh, no, it's still the desk. Let's have a look at the
It's
door.
too late for coffee, Jay. You'll be up all night.
That would be
A lot of
rubbish.
strange things had happened to me since becoming a private investigator. But the weirdest was the irrepressible sensation that the most important thing for me to own as a PI was a door with my name painted on the glass. Some mysteries are best left unsolved, I guess.
Ugh. I'm having a coffee anyway. What are you going to do?
I purchased the imp-powered coffee bean machine from cut-me-own-throat Dibbler, the man whose name was the byword for quality. With CMOT Dibbler, you could say bye to quality. I'll say this for the ICBM. It made coffee strong enough to blow your head off. On the downside, the imp tended to use most of the beans to fuel its own addiction. Some days the poor thing was so jittery the coffee machine would vibrate off the shelf.
Tragic. Can I pick it up?
Nothing like a cup of imp-made
Oh,
coffee
if I
to make me
double-click it, it
jittery
does something
and
different.
paranoid.
So right-clicking gets me a description of the thing, and double-click gets me stuff. So I should probably do all this again, in case there's something
I could
relevant.
hardly carry the desk around, even if I wanted to.
You're not trying hard enough.
All I had to do was track down Mundy and
You
tell
need a
Carlotta
hat
where
like
he
Simon
was.
or trouser pockets like George.
I imagine
I
that
think we
coat
could safely say
will be
that the
very
door to my
handy.
office
Yes.
was just for getting in and out of my office.
I do like the fact that he can analyse stuff from a distance without pushing his nose against it.
Ooh, we are off. So far, so Simon. Right, here's your issue. There's unlike Simon, there's not a I press this button and it shows me everything there is to do. So we should go to the wharf.
Wow.
Wharf.
The wharf was on the upmarket side of the river, in the city of Ankh.
I can
The
tell.
Moorpork docks on the other side
It's
of
very
the river were not
dark.
a place wise travelers disembarked at. But then again, wise travelers tried to avoid Ankh-Morpork altogether. But if you traveled a lot, it was hard to miss. Like malaria.
Yeah, malaria. Okay, let us investigate. Apparently this man is an arrow. Why are you going over there? What the fuck? Man is drunk. Talk to Sailor Boy. Wait, right click the Sailor Boy.
The sailor was busy loading
cheap
the ship,
sex.
and I decided not to disturb him.
Disturb him.
With cheap
Something
sex.
told me I wasn't going to learn anything useful from the sailor.
Except maybe about some sex. What are these
And the
crates
price
all
of it.
about?
What more could I say?
I don't know. What it contains?
The crates on the wharf were built on a large frame, sturdy and thick.
Oi! Get away from that!
A lot like the sailor.
Aha. Right, I'm assuming they're all the same.
I couldn't tell what the crates contained,
Maybe not.
and frankly, I didn't much care.
You're not a very good
Outgoing
PI then, are you?
wasn't going to tell me
What if
much.
Mundy's
I needed
inside
to
the
know
crate?
whether Mundy
Yeah,
had brought
quick
something
game.
with him. I couldn't carry the crates.
Fine. Talk to the fucking sailor then.
Something told me.
Why? Is there anything else around here? The old classic scroll the mouse around every. Oh, what? No, still crates.
Things.
Double click. Yeah! Cheat speed. Right, let's have a look at the ship.
The Milka was a tramp schooner. One of the
Oh, there's
many
another one up there. Look at that
ramshackle
fat
ships
bastard.
that plied
You're a
their
tramp
trade around
schooner.
the Circle Sea. From the looks of it, it should have sunk years ago. Even the rats thought twice before boarding it.
Can you pick up the ship?
The first mate didn't look particularly willing to let people aboard.
We should have a word with
Are you
Mr.
the first
Scotland.
mate?
Ah! Shiver me timbers!
Perfect.
Hoist the main brace.
Let's start again. Are you the first mate?
Aye, that I be.
You're not going to get any money off me, so you can drop the fake accent.
Sorry, you know how it is. Some people are stupid enough to fall for that sort of thing. What can I do for you?
No, look,
John,
stuff.
Slap him.
Right.
Hello.
Right, that'll be bye-bye, I imagine. That'll be other.
Oh,
Bah, bah,
put
bah,
your dick in here.
bah. talk with that one. Presumably I can ask him about what I've got and what I've written down.
Inventory contained in a brown
When do you
pouch.
sail?
As soon as we've got her loaded.
How much is passage?
Where are you looking to go?
I don't know. Sort, perhaps.
Up Brown
We've just
Creek.
come from there. It'll be a long time before we get back there again.
Did you bring any passengers?
Sure. We always try to take a couple of passengers. They pay their way, and if there's a big storm, they are very useful as to sacrifice to the angry sea gods. Of course, we tell people they were washed on the side.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed.
The milkers passenger sacrifices. What's that?
Oh,
it's
it's talking options.
Oh, that's something to talk about. Okay, good.
What were the passengers on the last voyage like?
There were 3 of them. One of them seemed all right, but the other 2, I don't know about them. There was something strange about them.
Ah,
Learning.
clues.
Do you sacrifice passengers often?
No, the captain doesn't like it. He says it's bad for business.
You're bad
I
for
said
business.
We were advertising ourselves as offering an exciting tour of the Circle C. But he pointed out that most people would expect the tour to be above the water. If I'd had my way, we'd have thrown some people off the last voyage.
Bad omens?
The whole crew had a bad feeling of dread from the moment we set off.
Great.
Looking at the state of the ship, that doesn't come as a surprise.
I'll come as a surprise.
A bad surprise.
What do you know about a woman named
Depends what you're into, really.
Doesn't ring any bells, I'm afraid.
Alright, fine.
You ring bells, don't you?
What was strange about these passengers?
I don't know.
And then there's
One
a
of them
cum
seemed kind of
surprise.
foreign. I mean, more foreign than most.
What? Oh, fucking hell. Hang on, how do I get out of this? Just click off? Yay! What have I got? Have I got anything in my bag? I've got a purse.
I suppressed the urge to ask for money. I was broke, sure, but I wasn't that desperate.
Right, okay, I guess that's it then. Toodle pip.
Well, safe voyage, if that's possible.
You're possible. That way. Leave quick. Hey! Right, so we've got a clue. We can go back to the office. Go back to the wharf.
File it.
Um,
Oh,
so that's no good. For fuck's sake. Have we really run out of things to do? Because that is going to make for a very, very short playthrough.
oh Jesus.
Fucking bats. Let's go back to the office. Maybe someone's there.
Yeah.
No one's there. How do we save this game? There's something we should learn, really, isn't it? F1 does a save this game. Oh, we have to type it. It's so far, so Simon. So we'll call that. That. So far. So Simon. We'll shout it as well, apparently. Click. Click.
Right. To the filing cabinet.
To the filing cabinet. Quickly, look at the files.
I had purchased a large indexed scroll.
We know that.
Monday
Right, so we're basically achieving nothing here.
Sapient pear wood comes from a plant so magical that it is totally impervious to all forms of
Oh,
magic,
goodness me.
and so valuable that thieves have cut each other's throats to own it. And it's a
We already
nice
know this, though, don't we? I don't know what to do now.
Maybe there's something else. Can we talk to that other sailor now that we've talked to the first
We
mate?
should find out, shouldn't we? He's gone.
Gone.
Has he left us a surprise?
Is it kind of rolling all those crates into just one clickable crate?
I guess.
I couldn't tell what the crates contained, and
Yes.
frankly, I didn't much care. Outgoing cargo wasn't going to tell me much. I needed to know whether Mundy had brought something with him.
Well, how do I do that? Oh, wait, hang on. I can click myself. That shows me my stuff. Isn't that grand? If I right click myself. Nothing. Okay.
So we could talk to that guy again, or go to bed.
Still here?
Not for much longer, I hope.
Talk to him again.
When do you sail?
As soon as we've got her
We
loaded.
appear to have
How
done
much
this
is
already.
passage?
Where are you looking to go?
I don't know. Sort.
It'll be a...
Did you bring...
We always...
Shut up!
Well, safe voyage, if that's
Oh.
possible.
Well, seeing as the options are exactly the same, it makes me wonder if the game's broken already. Where's he gone?
Is it possible?
He's back.
Oh,
Fucking, this is.
God.
Oh, this is perfect.
Something told me I was.
Not unless you
The
talk to him
sailor
now.
was-
He's not busy. He's
Not busy at all. He's busy fucking off. Bollards.
Bollards.
They weren't there before.
Along the length of the wharf were hundreds of posts for mooring ships to.
You're a
it
mooring ship.
seemed like a lot of bollards to me.
What? No. Stop it. No, don't do that. Oh, fucking stop it.
Sit on the bollard.
What did
and
I need
muse.
bollards for? It wasn't like I could move them anyway.
Oh.
You can enjoy their shape.
Must be missing something on the map. We have to be.
We're missing something, that's for sure.
We had a map before, let's have a look. Right, that's inventory. It's not helpful. That's the notebook. That's not helpful. No buttons other than them seem to do anything. Okay.
Did
Right,
you ask the first mate about Carlotta?
I did. And he was like, I don't know that name. Oh, hello.
You can turn the page.
Carlotta had hired me to track down Mundy. At the beginning, that was pretty much all I knew about him.
Did you ask him about Milka?
Carlotta
the
had
ship?
at the big
Hang on. If I can turn the pages.
the milk
Stop it!
the milker.
Fucking infuriating. Right. Monday. Off here. That guy. Why does he carry on going
Was
these
there a
bizarre
man
ways?
named Mundy on the last voyage?
It's funny you should ask.
Oh, thank God.
You're the
Yay,
second person today
progression.
to have an interest in Mundy.
Oh,
Who was
yeah.
the first?
A dwarf. He didn't give his name. I don't think he was from round here, though.
Was it
about
Tiny
Mundy?
Dancer?
What was he like?
I don't pry.
The
into
YouTubers won't
But
understand
for a man
that's
who
the
came
little
on
joke.
board pretty happy, he seemed pretty unsettled. when
Top
he
10
left.
misheard lyrics
Not that I blame
and watch
him.
Modo.
Something was
Now you
definitely
understand.
amiss on this last voyage.
Do you know where he is now?
Mundy? No. Like I said, I don't pry into passengers' business.
Unless
Maybe
you
you
actually
should.
look through their luggage after they've been washed over the side.
Hey, what are you inferring?
I'm not inferring anything. I'm implying that you might have had a look at their luggage at one point.
If I had, I certainly wouldn't admit it to you.
Which either means you didn't look, or you didn't find anything of interest.
You better watch your steps, son. It's not good to make accusations like that.
Don't worry. Anything we discuss is strictly between you, me, and anyone else I tell.
Note is taken.
Yay.
As
We still happen to be holding this. No, I've got rid of it. Right, so what do you suggest we do now?
Ask him about Milka, which was your note on your notebook.
Still here.
Not for much.
Okay, notes.
Notebook.
Turn the page.
Inquisitive stranger, where's that? Oh yeah, yeah. Milka.
Milka.
This is,
That's what it
Oh, shit.
says on the prow.
it's impossible to read anything written on that hull.
Just because you can't read it doesn't mean it isn't there. Reality is subjective after all.
Don't get all
Aye.
existential with me.
It was more ontological than existential.
That's a really bad habit you've got there.
What? Oh, sorry. I picked
Fucking
up
hell.
a bad case of philosophy in Ephebi a couple of years ago.
They
but I
really
haven't been
chop
able to
these
get rid of
audio
it
samples
since.
as fine
Just
as they
can't
can,
seem to
don't
shake
they?
it off. Normal as anything one minute.
You're a poo.
Next moment, I'm wondering if anything could truly be said to exist. A bit of a drawback when you're supposed to be navigating.
Okay. Assuming the existence of an objective shared
What in
universe,
the
is this
fuck
the milk?
is going on?
Yes.
Can I have a look on board?
No.
That better not be some kind of philosophical objection.
No one gets on board without Captain Jenkins' permission.
Where
is
is
the
he?
captain?
I don't know. But you could try the Cafe Ankh.
Yes.
He
A
location?
goes there when he's in Ankh-Morpork. If it exists, of course.
Fucking music is way too loud.
Right. Terra then?
Well, safe voice. If that.
Quickly.
Possible.
Is it?
There it
Hey,
is.
that's something that's lit up, so that's how this game works. God for that.
Oh.
Well, that seems like a pretty good place to end this part. We'll see you again. Ta-ra, Let's Play fans.
Goodbye now.
Bye-bye. Oh.